Welcome engineers to Race Have a Problem. Today's problem is time trialing for the Imola and Portugal Grand Prix that are coming up in the next double header for episode 90 and 91. If you did not check out the previous episode, check out the card in the top right corner because spoilers in 3, 2, 1. We almost won around Italy, however, I made a few mistakes. One at the second chicane that allowed Lewis to go onto the back of us, and then another one at the first chicane, which caused me to half spin, and Alex, being an AI, did not know how to avoid me and crashed into me. So we got a time penalty with a safety car with 5 laps to go. Managed to get into P1, but the time penalty was just too much, and we missed out on P1 by 3 seconds, P2 by literal tenths. So hopefully Imola and Portugal can go much better. They normally do. Quite like both of them. Portugal was where I got my first win on 94 AI since doing this, and I believe it was one of the first ones where I got 100 AI victory as well. So let's go add another victory in the proper series, shall we? First up, of course, is time trial. First one around Imola, making the setup, and then we'll go out there for the first 4 laps as usual.
I'll have a look at it later. Right, now we go.
Not entirely sure what it is that I said I'd have a look at later, probably something to do with the telemetry app, although it could definitely be something to do with my headphones, because when I was editing this, audio was fine. Get on to episode 90
so
for Imola,
to get into the 15 apparently,
and my personal
that's our target.
audio from the stream was cut, and it wasn't cut as in, oh, it just didn't it didn't get saved. No, it cut in the sense that I just didn't use my voice, and I remember it's because my headphones broke. Although I don't think they actually broke. I think they just they definitely broke in the sense that I couldn't hear out of both ears anymore. So I stopped using them, and I thought I used them back again at the end of the season. No, it wasn't till F124 that I started using them again. So you're going to get 15 full episodes of no stream audio, which is fun. Because I have no idea what I was thinking about, even though these were done in the back end of June. But that is still 4 months ago. Almost. It's under 4 months, which is not that bad actually.
Very similar.
Anywho, Imola. We'll worry about episode 90 when we get to it.
Very similar for the top 3. Cool. I'm gonna go to me, and then you can be my rival.
So we take the top time trial setups and go out for the second run.
Usually I'm quicker with the top guy setups, but
17.0 that might have been actually with the first lap, so not that good, especially when I heard that I was doing a 15 in the first stint. 16.5 is much better, but we can still make even more improvements, which we do by half a second on the third lap, doing a 15.9. And on the final lap of the stint, we come across the line with a 15.7. So a pretty good setup once we got the hang of it.
Wrong way. That don't seem right. It was at 15. Okay.
So we'll make the usual changes to the setup and go back out there. On the first lap we complete a 16.7, so the changes that we normally do is not the way we should have gone. On the second lap we don't redeem the setup at all, doing a 25.6, making a massive mistake somewhere. On the third lap though, we do redeem the setup by going green with a 15.7, beating the ghost as well. And on the fourth lap though, come across the line with 16.2. So
Yeah,
consistency needs to be sorted out there.
This is just not working for me.
So we change a whole range of parameters there and get back out there for the next run. It seems to have worked, as our first lap is a 16.4, keeping within 0.2 of the 16.2 that we did last stint. On the second lap we did a 16.0, so keeping pretty close, within half a second to the first lap. On the third lap we come across the line with 16.1, which is pretty good. So the consistency is very much there. Is the pace there? Well, we seem to have gained half a tenth on that final lap, doing a 15.7
again.
So we're somewhat there, and probably just pace aspects now, whilst also keeping the setup consistent. Of course, should give us the setup that we need for the Grand Prix. Obviously, if you did not hear what Stream said, I need to go plug in my laptop, so that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm talking over it, and that's why the audio is louder. Which is how I figured out the headphone. That's how I remembered about broken headphones. For whatever reason, on my Xbox when I stream, if you're streaming and you have the headphones plugged in, it's quieter. But if you take the headphones out, it suddenly becomes loud. I don't know why. I wonder. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, that was a pain, having to redo all the audio levels for episode 90 and 91 because I did not remember about this. And guess what's fun fact as well? I accidentally changed episode 89's audio, this one, and then I was looking through it and realised that I was talking through this one, and so I had to edit it all back again. I should have been doing, and this was all done yesterday. I could have had this audio done yesterday, but no, instead I'm having it done today. Anywho, we complete the whole stint there, and we make changes and we go back out. 22.6 on the first lap for this stint. It's not that good, but we come across the line the second lap with a green lap, doing a 15.2. So we found the whole second across the course of the session so far, which is pretty good. On the second lap though, We do seem to drop a little bit of pace doing a 15.7, and on the last lap of the stint, making a massive mistake at the end and doing a 29.3. So we make a small change to the rear suspension and rear wing, and we go back out there, and it seems to have worked beautifully for the first lap, doing a 15.3, so that 15.2 must have been an invalid lap, because it has not saved as the best lap. On the second lap, we come across the line with 16.5, so we do drop a little bit of pace, so that's not entirely good. We do pick it back up on the third lap though with a 15.6. On the fourth lap though, seemed to be a lot further from the Ghost, and yeah, we matched the second lap with a 16.4. So we increase the wings, more so the rear wing back up a bit, give it some more grip. 15.3 with the first lap, so it works pretty well. On the second lap we're close again to the Ghost, and we repeat the performance with a 15.5. On the third lap, the Ghost is nowhere to be seen as we make a mistake with a 25.7. And on the fourth lap of the stint, we're back to the Ghost, coming across the line with a very good 15.5.
What am I missing? 20 minutes. I know it's a risk doing this many changes.
When I said 20 minutes there, that means 20 minutes left in the Imola session for anyone watching the stream.
That's good to know.
It's also somehow lined up with just over 20 minutes left in this video, which is quite scary. It was 22 minutes if you want to be pedantic, but hey ho. I did not plan it to be that close anyway. Going on with the stint, a little bit poor, a little bit lopsided, a little bit
there we go, 15.
Bit sweet. Managed to do a 15.1 at the end though, so there's potential.
A few more attempts and then we're within 2 seconds. Top 10%, nice. Validated, not lap 38.
So we go back out there, trying to find a little bit more performance. Unfortunately, not able to find it on that first lap. On the second lap though, we seem to get a little bit better, managing to do a 15.4. On the third lap, we go across the line very marginally green, but managed to get into the 15.0s. And on the fourth lap of the stint, a little bit further back, but we still get into the 15 for the 15.4. So pretty good apart from the first lap. So we make small changes and we get back out there. Changes seem to work beautifully as we come across the line with a 14.9, getting that 2/10 that we needed, that I wanted, sorry. On the second lap though, we don't quite match the performance, doing a 16.2 instead. On the third lap, we seem to match that 16.2, maybe a little bit quicker, yeah, with a 15.5. Funny how 15.5 is now disappointing. And we come across the line for the last lap of that stint with another 14.9. So that's pretty good.
14.9, but I'd already got a 14.9, hadn't I? Yeah, top 9% away.
Ow.
Wasn't too bad.
So there we have it. 3 of the last 10-ish laps are within the best 5 laps. 2 of them are from the middle of the session though, so it's a little bit mixed. But let's go to Portugal. Get it set up here.
Set up to preset 2. Oh, actually, yeah. What is it? Where are we going for? Wow, 3 seconds off. Where we were that. We were that for Imola, and then we became 1.9.
What I've noticed here is the streams have been focusing on the wrong factor when making the setup. It should be about consistency. I mean, I have telemetry app that does record lap times, so I should. Well, it doesn't record lap times; it receives lap times. I need a record feature on my telemetry app. Anywho, what I was gonna say is I should use it to to calculate the average or total lap time across the 4 laps, and then use that as the performance factor, not the best lap of the stint, which is what I kind of have been going on for, which isn't really how setups
Took me
work.
8 minutes to just do 1 run. What the fuck was that?
A bunch of invalidated laps, I assume. Or was it a long time in the pit lane? I can't remember. Anywho, we're taking the top time trial times, see what we can do with this. I'm a little bit defocused because I've got washing that is going to be about done in 4 minutes now, I think. So I don't know whether to just stop now and wait until after, or just get as far as I can before.
I don't believe this.
Now we'll see.
Do it twice. There we go. That makes much more sense.
So we get out there with the top time trial times setups and see what we can do. First lap is a 30.5, so we make a massive mistake somewhere in the lap, probably sector 2. Coming across the line on the second lap with a much better time of an 18.4. Very good. Let's keep going. Coming across the line on the third lap though, with a green delta, is always nice to see, and we dip into the 17s with a 17.9. And on the last lap of the stint, we come across the line with even more green, doing a 17.6.
Huh, surprising.
They're not top time trial times for nothing. So we're going to be making our proper setup, and we get out there, and it's immediately pretty good as we dip into the 17s with 17.8. And on the second lap, even better, we go green by 2/10 with a 17.4. On the third lap, it'd be nice if we go green again, not able to though, a little bit far from the goes, as we come across the line with a 17.8, so still in the 17s, which is pretty good. And on the fourth lap of the stint, can we beat our original personal best of an 18.1 each time? Yes, we do, as we come across the line with the 17.6.
.3.
So we make small changes and get back out there. Working beautifully already as we come across the line to gain a 10th on our personal best with a 17.3. On the second lap, we are there or thereabouts, coming across the line with another 17.4. And on the third lap, a little bit far from the ghost again. Why is the frame rate dropping? That does not look good. 17.6 on the third lap. That's back to normal. And on the fourth lap, we come across the line with another green with a 17.2. Pretty good if you ask me.
What? Oh, I just missed that, okay.
If you wanted to know what that's about, for whatever reason, the game decides that the wheel should have like a frame less on the lap time that it shows you. So if you're really close, like 0.39, the actual lap time will often be 0.40. It's stupid. So do a 17.6 on the second lap, nicely into the 17 still. On the third lap, a little bit off the ghost, but a 17.5 is pretty nice. And on the fourth lap, we maintain that gap to the ghost with a 17.8 or 6, I'm not sure.
Let's try that.
So we change the wings and get back out there to get a little bit more performance. On the first lap, it's 17.4, so performance is there. On the second lap, can't see the ghost because we made a mistake. We come across the line with a 31.9. On the third lap, we can see the ghost again, and we're a little bit closer than we were in the previous stint, which means we get a low 17.5. Can we get even closer to the ghost on the fourth lap? Seemingly so. So we come across the line with a 17.4.
Best one so far. I feel like I'm missing something though.
So we make small challenges and get back out there for the 7th stint of the session. 17.9 with the first lap. so we're a little bit off the pace there. On the second lap though, we are a little better with 17.5. On the third lap, we seem to maintain the gap to the ghost, maybe a little bit further behind as we come across the line of 17.6.
Well, I've gone the wrong way here.
And on the last lap of the stint, we are a little bit too far from the ghost with an 18.4. So we make changes again, rectifying the mistake that we made with previous changes, and we come across the first line with a 17.6. For the second lap of the stint, we come across a line with a 17.3. And for the third lap, we come across a line a little bit closer to the ghost. No, 17.4. We're a little bit further away from the ghost. On the last lap of the stint though, we maintain that distance to the ghost, so we're going to come across the line with a 17.4. Pretty good. So make another small change and go back out there for the ninth stint, although I have no idea if that was a small change. I wasn't looking. 17.3 for the first lap, so it's pretty good setup there. In the second lap, we seem to maintain the distance to the ghost. 17.4 is our lap time. On the third lap of the stint, we drop a little bit far from the ghost, so we're probably going to come across line with a 17.7. Nope, 17.6, not bad. And on the last lap of the stint, we get the green delta, and we maintain it for a 10th improvement with a 17.1.
17.2. Come on.
Well, yeah, 17.2 because it was a high 17.1.
Getting there. Upset. 14.
So make changes and get back out there for more laps. 17.8 is the first lap that we do in the session, which is pretty good. In the second lap of the stint, we do a 17.5, so matching is pretty good. For the third lap of the stint, we seem to be quite far from the ghost with a 17.8, not quite where we want to be. But can we improve on that last lap of the stint? We seem to. We're very close to the ghost, and we get a 17.2. What? We'll make small changes again for one of our last lap of the stints of the session. 17.3 is our first lap in the stint. Seems to be a common theme at the moment, which is not complaining at all. It's very good. 17.3 again on the second second lap, so the stint is a lot more consistent than previously has been. Unfortunately, we can't keep that up on the third lap, although we kind of can with 17.4. And on the last lap of the stint, we're going to keep up the pace with a 17.1. Is it going to be a proper 17.1 this time though? No. Was it invalidated? Because I didn't even improve on the lap. Anywho, last lap of the stint, last stint of the session, sorry, and we begin it with a 27.5. Wonderful. Second lap of the stint, again, 27.3. About 10 seconds off the pace though. On the third lap of the stint, we make another huge mistake, this time a 34.9. And for the last lap of the stint, we finally get back onto pace with a 17.4. 17.3, I believe that might have been. Maybe 17.4.
Oh, that's that.
So here's the full race director of the session. Pretty good on the invalidation front. Obviously, I did not look at it for Imola, so I was not able to show you for Imola, but I can for Portugal. 5 laps invalidated in the first 14, 4 laps in the next 14, so 9 overall, which is pretty good. What about the next lot? Only 1, so we have 10 total. That's an average of 1 every 4.2 laps. And then in the 60 lap race, it's pretty alright. And although in the last lot we do invalidate 6 laps, which is not that good. Coming for a total of 16 in 48, so expected of an invalidated lap every 3 laps, which is not that good.
I know I can go quicker. What the hell?
But despite the invalidated laps, our best 5 laps are within a tenth and a half of each other, which is also really great. I'm not liking the disparity between them though. But that is that for today. Hope you enjoyed. And I will catch you for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Not Imola.
Well, I'll do.
It's at Imola,
The
but it's
Imola
not called
Grand
Imola Grand Prix.
Anywho,
that's that. Hope you enjoyed. Check out my channels if you did. This one, Twitch VOD and behind the scenes.
Other than that, have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you whenever. Bye.
That was perfectly timed. Wow. Bye.